Hello, and welcome to my first YouTube video. Today I'm going to show you what I have packed out for my trip to Craig Lake State Park in Upper Michigan. My oldest boy and I started going up there last year, fell in love with it. We decided we're going to do this every year. Last year, we were not prepared for the trip that we took. We overpacked. If you're not familiar with Craig Lake State Park, it is a hike-in park. It's not very big, 8,400 acres, I believe, with a few lakes, campsites, remote campsites, a couple of cabins, a couple of yurts. And we were not prepared. We packed out a cooler and duffel bags and etc. So this year we decided to get a little more serious and got ourselves a little better prepared. So we'll start with this. This is the Kelty Crest Trail 70 liter backpack. This is no longer in production. I did get this used. This was gifted to me by my oldest son. It's a very good backpack. It was in great shape when I got it. Very excited about it. It does fit everything you see here on the table with a bit room left over. This bulky thing right here is my sleeping bag. This is a sleeping bag that I've had for many years. I bought it from Cabela's. It was like $80. It's 40 degrees, I think. Flannel lined. It's worked well for me. In here, I have a extra blanket. I don't have the info on the blanket. I'll post that in a later video once I get this out in the field and start using this. But I got this blanket from Amazon. It is supposed to be waterproof and very warm. Had good reviews. I'll get details on that later. Having your basic tarp here. I do have another tarp that I'll plan to use for a rain fly, since we will be using a hammock. I did get a Kelty Noah 12-foot tarp. It's pretty big, a little bigger than I anticipated. But that came with great reviews. Can't wait to use that. Forecast is calling for rain. Here I've got my food supply. Just nothing fancy, just your basic food, snacks, couple of Mountain House, some Bear Creek, stuff like that. Here's my kitchen cooking utensils, eating utensils, a camp knife, fork, spoon, a little spatula, some extra steaks, plenty of cordage, fire starting, gotta have that. A small first aid kit with some emergency whistles, an emergency blanket, antidiuretic, ibuprofen, some gauze, band-aids. These are my own creation. These are my fire starters. I make these for all my outing trips. These are made from Strike Anywhere matches, cotton balls, petroleum jelly, and sawdust. And I wrap them up and I dip them in paraffin wax so that they are an excellent fire starter. I originally saw this shared from a YouTuber, Nuttin' Fancy. Shared a link to these. These were pretty awesome. I've tested these many times. I've used these many times. The best one I've had so far had burned for 30 minutes. That was my all-time best. I think the shortest one burned for 22 minutes. So it's a great way to start a fire in wet conditions, damp conditions, or windy conditions. You obviously know what that is. MSR fuel. I got that pocket rocket around here somewhere. Here it is. I know there's been plenty of reviews on this camp stove. It's a great stove. I've used it many times. I know it's already got great reviews. I'm not going to do a review on it. This has already been time tested and proven. This was actually gifted to me for my birthday by my brother many years ago. This little pot here, I got this little pot from a secondhand store. You can see it was $3.88, and it actually comes in a set. There's another one that goes on the bottom, and it has these same buckles that'll buckle the bottom one to the top one, but I didn't need both. I'm only going to use one. I'm going to use this for a pot for boiling water or cooking. I did get this. I wanted to get this. I don't really need it. This is a bit redundant, I know, but this was from Walmart, the Ozark brand, stainless steel. I'm not even sure if it's stainless, but it is steel. But I wanted to review this because I do want to try to focus on cheaper, not necessarily cheaper, but lower cost options. A lot of you that are into backpacking, camping, outdoors, canoeing, wilderness traveling, know that this can be an expensive hobby. So I do want to try to find some very decently priced gear that I could review. Use it, try it. I haven't used it yet. I plan on using it. I got my instant coffee in there. I think you noticed when I opened this one, I do have coffee creamer. I am a coffee snob. I cannot have my coffee without my caramel macchiato creamer. That's just me. That's how I am. Judge me, laugh. I don't care. That is me. Here I've got a Kershaw fillet knife. We do hope to catch some fish for dinners. That would be very nice. In here I have my hammock. The hammock, I do not have the info for it right now. I did get the hammock online. I do have the details. I will provide that when I do a video of all of this in the field starting tomorrow. Here I have the Sawyer Squeeze water filtration system. Really? This came highly recommended. I'm going to test this out. A little camp light. Not really necessary. I do have a headlamp in one of the pockets of my pack. I got these shoes at Fleet Farm, Mills Fleet Farm. They are Columbia brand. They claim to be waterproof. I wanted to try these out. They're pretty thin. They're not insulated. I did change the laces out to 550 paracord. I do not like the stock boot laces from any boot. They always break. If they don't break on the first use, they do eventually break. I'm a huge fan of 550 paracord. I use it on everything, everywhere. Love the stuff. You got to have a bandana. I actually have 2 bandanas. Can't have too many of those. This is all I'm bringing for fishing lures. Since we are trying to do a minimalist trip, we're just trying to keep it pretty basic, but I still wanted to have enough of a selection. Craig's Lake is very famous for excellent sized pike and muskie. But you're only allowed to catch and release the pike and the muskie, so you can't keep them and eat them. But you can keep the walleye. So I got a bunch of stuff in here for walleye, but our goal is just to have fun with the pike. Here I do have the one fishing pole I'm bringing, an Abu Garcia Silver Max. This is a medium heavy 7 foot. And there's some pretty big fish in there, so you got to have something that can probably handle that. A medium might work. A medium light, probably not recommended. And a light or an ultra light is definitely not recommended. And the Abu Garcia reel that goes with that. I bought that from Cabela's. Alright, now I do plan on doing some recording since I don't have fancy recording equipment. We do it all from my phone, Galaxy 9 Plus. I do have an external battery. I did get this off Amazon also. This was kind of a cool little deal. Came with some excellent ratings, some decent reviews. It's just like any other standard pack, 32,000. I should be able to get a few charges out of this. In view. Comes with 2 USB drives, the micro USB for charging, but it came with this, if I can get it out. It came with this. It's a little light, which I don't think is really necessary. I don't even know why I'm bringing it. I've already got a headlamp, so I don't know. I thought this was kind of cool, kind of neat. We'll see. Here's some more plastic baits for my tackle kit. Tried to keep it light as I possibly could. I do not want to sacrifice too much on luxuries for weight. Craig's Lake State Park isn't a very big park. Like I said, it's only 8,400 acres. The furthest you really have to hike is about a mile. And that's not all that far. It's not like you're going to be hiking 15, 20 miles a day carrying all this. I think my final pack out was 43 pounds. Yeah, I know that's pretty heavy, but like I said, I think the furthest we're going to have to hike is a mile. The rest of it will be on canoe. So, my luxury items, my guilty indulgences for this trip is a bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey and a nice big pack of cigars. Nice selection. And for me, being out in the outdoors, sitting back after a day of fishing, sitting around the campfire, having a nice drink, having a nice smoke. The only thing that can beat that is a morning cup of coffee looking at the lake. So I'll have more videos coming after this. I'm going to do a review on some of the stuff that I haven't seen reviews for yet. I know the Kelty 12 had reviews, the Sawyer Squeeze has had reviews, the MSR Pocket Rocket has had reviews. Haven't seen reviews on this blanket, minus what was on Amazon. This Cabela's brand sleeping bag, which is a monstrosity. I'm going to have to replace that for something a little more realistic. Almost forgot the clothes. This Cabela's titanium long sleeve outdoor breathable shirt. Got this actually used, secondhand, $6.76. And green tag I think was 25% off that day. Pants I have are the Wrangler outdoor pants. They're selling these at Walmart for $24, I believe. All polyester. And my Under Armour hoodie. It is supposed to get chilly at night, down to the low 40s. This is a water repellent hoodie, not waterproof, water repellent. I do have a rain jacket. I do have a poncho. I got those up here. Those are nothing fancy, just your basic outer shell, $20 rain jacket and your $3 plastic poncho. So yeah, I know I'm new to this. I know there's plenty of people doing this, but if you like, subscribe. I'll have more videos to come. A lot of my videos will have some gear stuff in it, but my biggest focus is going to be on cheap stuff and our locations. So this video for this year will be from Craig's Lake State Park, Upper Michigan. Next year's video will be from the Boundary Waters in northern Minnesota. We'll probably have a bigger loadout than this, but in between I'll have other small camping trips, cabin trips, fishing trips, etc. So yeah, subscribe, like, share, and stay tuned.